Have you ever thought your birth date might reveal more than just your age? According to Buddhist numerology, it holds secrets about your karma and the spiritual lessons you're meant to learn. Stick around till the end, because what you learn might just change the way you see your destiny forever. Buddhist numerology is more than just a system of numbers. It's a spiritual framework that connects numbers to your life's destiny. Imagine that your birth date holds a key to unlocking your life's mission, revealing your karmic lessons, challenges, and blessings. According to this tradition, the moment you are born sets a course for your life, and the vibrations from your birth date provide a guide for understanding yourself and the patterns you will encounter. The idea is that numbers are not random. They carry energy, vibrations, and specific meanings that shape your reality. This belief in the power of numbers aligns with the Buddhist teachings of karma, life lessons, and the spiritual path. Karma in Buddhist philosophy refers to the consequences of your actions. What you do, say, and think creates an energy that affects your future. Similarly, the numbers associated with your birth date create a vibrational field that interacts with the universe, influencing the opportunities, challenges, and relationships you will experience. Buddhist numerology adds depth to these teachings by offering a more personalized spiritual roadmap. For example, if you've noticed certain patterns in your life, perhaps you've experienced similar challenges in your relationships or career, it could be that these are part of your karmic lessons. Buddhist numerology provides a framework to understand why these patterns exist and how to work with them. Unlike Western numerology, which often focuses on personality traits and life paths, Buddhist numerology delves into the karmic lessons you need to learn for spiritual growth. It's not just about predicting your future. It's about helping you understand the energies at play in your life so you can make conscious choices to align with your soul's mission. For example, if your karmic number is 3, which is connected to creative expression, you might find that throughout your life, you feel a strong urge to express yourself artistically. However, you might also face challenges when it comes to focusing your creative energy, or you might struggle with self-doubt when sharing your work with others. Knowing your karmic number helps you see these challenges not as random obstacles but as opportunities for growth. It encourages you to work through these difficulties with intention, knowing they are part of your spiritual journey. In this way, Buddhist numerology provides more than just an intellectual understanding of numbers. It offers practical tools for spiritual development. By paying attention to the lessons of your karmic number, you can navigate your life with greater clarity, purpose, and mindfulness. How to calculate your karmic number? Now that we've established the significance of Buddhist numerology, it's time to dive into the process of calculating your karmic number. This number serves as a spiritual compass, offering insight into the key lessons you need to learn in this lifetime. The calculation is simple, but the implications are profound. Step 1. Add your birthday. Your birth date is the foundation of your karmic number. Begin by focusing on the day you were born. If your birthday is a single digit, such as the 7th, you don't need to do anything further. However, if your birthday is 2 digits, you'll need to reduce it to a single digit by adding the two numbers together. For instance, if you were born on the 15th, you would add 1 plus 5 to get 6. Why does reducing numbers to a single digit matter? In Buddhist numerology, each single digit from 1 to 9 represents a distinct karmic vibration. These vibrations are tied to different life lessons, and reducing your birth date allows you to uncover the primary energy associated with your birth. Step 2. Add your birth month. Next, you'll apply the same process to your birth month. If you were born in a single-digit month like May, the 5th month, no further calculation is needed. But if your birth month is October, the 10th month, November, the 11th month, or December, the 12th month, you'll need to add the digits together. For example, if you were born in November, you would add 1 plus 1 to get 2. This step brings your birth month into alignment with the numerological system, ensuring that every part of your birth date contributes to the overall karmic energy. While some people might overlook the significance of their birth month, in Buddhist numerology, every aspect of your birth date carries meaning. Step 3. Add your birth year. The birth year is where things can get a bit more complex, but the process is still straightforward. Let's say you were born in 1990. To reduce your birth year, you'll add each digit together. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 equals 19. Since we want a single-digit number, we'll continue to reduce it. 1 plus 9 equals 10, and then 1 plus 0 equals 1. This step ensures that your karmic number reflects the energy of your birth year, combining it with the energies of your birthday and month to give you a complete picture of your karmic influences. Step 4. Add all results together. Finally, you'll combine the results from your birthday, birth month, and birth year. For example, if your birthday adds up to 6, your birth month adds up to 7, and your birth year adds up to 1, you'll add them together. 6 plus 7 plus 1 equals 8, 1 equals 14. Since 14 is a two-digit number, you'll reduce it further. 1 plus 4 equals 5. In this example, your karmic number is 5, and you're ready to explore the lessons and energies associated with this number, the deeper meaning of karmic numbers. Now that you've calculated your karmic number, it's time to explore what that number means for you. Each karmic number, from 1 to 9, has its own set of spiritual lessons, challenges, and energies. Let's take a closer look at each number, with more in-depth explanations and practical applications. Karmic number 1. Leadership and independence. If your karmic number is 1, leadership is a major theme in your life. You're here to learn how to take charge, assert yourself, and make decisions with confidence. People with a karmic number of 1 are often thrust into positions of authority, whether they seek them or not. You might find yourself naturally taking the lead in work projects, family situations, or community groups. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 1 is not just about leading others, it's about leading yourself. You must learn to trust your intuition and make decisions that align with your true purpose. This can be challenging, especially if you've been conditioned to seek approval from others or to avoid conflict. But as you grow into your role as a leader, you'll discover the power of standing in your truth and guiding others from a place of authenticity. One of the challenges you might face is balancing your independence with collaboration. While you're naturally self-reliant, it's important to remember that true leadership involves working with others. You don't have to do everything on your own, and learning to delegate and trust others is a key part of your spiritual journey. People with this karmic number often struggle with perfectionism or the need to control outcomes. If this resonates with you, consider how you can cultivate a sense of trust in both yourself and others. Remember, leadership doesn't mean having all the answers. It means guiding others with wisdom and humility. Karmic number 2. Cooperation and harmony. Karmic number 2 is all about cooperation, balance, and relationships. If this is your number, your life's work involves learning how to harmonize with others while maintaining your own sense of self. You have a natural gift for creating peace and resolving conflicts, and people often turn to you for support in times of difficulty. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 2 is to find a balance between giving and receiving. You may have a tendency to prioritize others' needs over your own, which can lead to feelings of resentment or burnout. Learning to set boundaries and express your own needs is crucial for your personal and spiritual growth. At times, you might find yourself avoiding conflict out of a desire to keep the peace, but true harmony doesn't come from suppressing your emotions. It comes from honest communication. Your challenge is to learn how to express your feelings in a way that fosters understanding and connection, rather than division. In relationships, you may struggle with feelings of insecurity or the fear of abandonment. It's important to remember that your worth is not dependent on others' approval or validation. By cultivating a strong sense of self-love and self-worth, you can create relationships that are based on mutual respect and support. People with this karmic number often excel in careers that involve teamwork, mediation, or counseling. Your ability to see both sides of a situation makes you an excellent peacemaker, and your empathetic nature allows you to connect deeply with others. Karmic number 3. Creative expression and communication. Creativity is at the heart of your life's purpose if your karmic number is 3. You are here to express yourself in ways that inspire, uplift, and entertain others. Whether you're an artist, writer, musician, or speaker, You have a natural talent for communicating ideas in a way that resonates with others. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 3 is to ground your creativity in discipline and focus. While you may have many ideas, it's important to follow through and bring those ideas to life. You might struggle with procrastination or self-doubt, but by developing a routine and setting clear goals, you can turn your creative visions into reality. Another challenge for number 3 is learning to balance self-expression with listening. While it's important to share your ideas, it's equally important to listen to others and create space for their voices to be heard. In relationships, you may need to work on being present and attentive, rather than focusing solely on your own perspective. Creativity is not just about making art. It's about living a life that feels authentic and aligned with your soul's purpose. People with this karmic number often thrive in careers that allow them to express their unique talents and connect with others on an emotional level. Karmic number 4, stability and order. If your karmic number is 4, your life revolves around creating stability and order. You are the kind of person who values structure, routines, and long-term goals. You enjoy building things, whether it's a career, a home, or a relationship, and you have the patience and persistence to see projects through to completion. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 4 is learning to balance structure with flexibility. While stability is important, life is full of unexpected changes, and clinging too tightly to routines can lead to frustration when things don't go as planned. Your challenge is to learn how to adapt to change without losing your sense of stability. For example, you may have a clear vision of how your life should unfold, but when circumstances shift, you might struggle to let go of your original plans. The lesson here is that change doesn't have to be a threat to your stability. In fact, by embracing change, you can build something even stronger and more resilient than before. People with this karmic number often excel in careers that require organization, planning, and attention to detail, such as project management, engineering, or architecture. Your ability to stay focused and committed to your goals is a valuable asset, but it's important to remember that flexibility is just as important as discipline. In relationships, you may need to work on being open to new perspectives and approaches. While you value loyalty and commitment, it's important to allow space for growth and change in your relationships. By learning to trust the process and let go of control, you can create stronger, more harmonious connections with others. Karmic number 5, freedom and adventure. For those with karmic number 5, life is an adventure, and freedom is your highest value. You are constantly seeking new experiences, whether through travel, exploration, or personal growth. You have a deep desire to break free from limitations and live life on your own terms. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 5 is learning to balance freedom with responsibility. While it's important to follow your passions and embrace change, it's equally important to stay grounded and honor your commitments. You may struggle with restlessness or a fear of being tied down, which can lead to difficulties in maintaining long-term relationships or careers. For example, you might find yourself jumping from one project to the next, always seeking the next thrill but never fully committing to anything. The lesson here is that true freedom comes from within. It's not about avoiding responsibility, but about finding joy and meaning in the commitments you choose to make. In relationships, you may need to work on being present and fully engaged, rather than always seeking the next exciting experience. While you thrive on novelty, it's important to cultivate deeper connections by being consistent and reliable. By finding a balance between adventure and stability, you can create relationships that are both exciting and fulfilling. People with this karmic number often excel in careers that involve travel, innovation, or constant change, such as journalism, entrepreneurship, or entertainment. Your ability to adapt quickly and think outside the box is a valuable asset, but it's important to remember that stability and responsibility are essential for long-term success. Karmic number 6, responsibility and love. If your karmic number is 6, your life is centered around love, responsibility, and service to others. You are a natural caregiver, always putting the needs of others before your own. Whether it's in your family, community, or career, you feel a deep sense of responsibility to help those around you. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 6 is learning to balance giving and receiving. While your desire to care for others is admirable, it's important to remember that you can't pour from an empty cup. You may struggle with setting boundaries or saying no, which can lead to burnout or feelings of resentment. For example, you might find yourself constantly taking on the needs of others, even when it means neglecting your own well-being. The lesson here is that self-care is not selfish. It's essential for maintaining your ability to help others. By learning to prioritize your own needs, you can continue to serve others from a place of strength and balance. In relationships, you may need to work on asserting your own needs and desires, rather than always putting others first. While you are deeply compassionate, it's important to create relationships that are based on mutual support and respect. By setting healthy boundaries, you can create more harmonious and fulfilling connections. People with this karmic number often excel in careers that involve caregiving, teaching, or social work. Your ability to create a nurturing environment for others is a gift, but it's important to remember that taking care of yourself is just as important as taking care of others. Karmic number 7. Knowledge and introspection. If your karmic number is 7, you are a seeker of knowledge and wisdom. You have a deep introspective nature and are always searching for the deeper meaning of life. Whether through study, meditation, or spiritual exploration, you are constantly seeking answers to life's big questions. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 7 is learning to balance introspection with real-world engagement. While your search for knowledge is important, it's equally important to apply that knowledge in practical ways. You may struggle with feelings of isolation or detachment, preferring to retreat into your own thoughts rather than engage with the world around you. For example, you might find yourself spending hours reading or meditating, but avoiding social interactions or responsibilities. The lesson here is that true wisdom comes from experience. It's not enough to simply seek knowledge, you must also live it. By finding a balance between introspection and action, you can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In relationships, you may need to work on being present and emotionally available rather than retreating into your inner world. While you value your alone time, it's important to create connections that are based on mutual understanding and support. By opening yourself up to others, you can deepen your relationships and share your insights in meaningful ways. People with this karmic number often excel in fields that involve research, philosophy, or spirituality. Your ability to see beyond the surface and uncover deeper truths is a valuable asset, but it's important to remember that wisdom is meant to be shared and applied in the real world. Karmic number 8. Power and success. For those with karmic number 8, life is about power, success, and achievement. You are driven to succeed in whatever you do, whether it's in business, leadership, or personal development. You have a strong desire to create financial security and leave a lasting legacy. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 8 is learning to use power responsibly. While your ambition and drive are admirable, it's important to remember that true success is not just about material wealth. It's about making a positive impact on the world. You may struggle with a desire for control or a fear of failure, which can lead to stress or burnout. For example, you might find yourself working long hours to achieve your goals, but neglecting your health or relationships in the process. The lesson here is that balance is key. Success in one area of life should not come at the expense of another. By learning to balance your ambition with compassion and self-care, you can achieve true, lasting success. In relationships, you may need to work on being more emotionally available and less focused on material success. While you value stability and security, it's important to create relationships that are based on mutual respect and support, rather than control or dominance. People with this karmic number often excel in careers that involve leadership, finance, or entrepreneurship. Your ability to create success and influence others is a powerful gift, but it's important to remember that true power comes from within. By using your influence for the greater good, you can create a legacy that goes beyond material wealth. Karmic number 9, compassion and service. If your karmic number is 9, your life is dedicated to compassion, service, and making the world a better place. You have a strong sense of social responsibility and feel called to help others, whether through activism, charity, or personal acts of kindness. You are driven by a desire to create a more just and compassionate world. However, the spiritual lesson for karmic number 9 is learning to set boundaries and practice self-care. While your desire to help others is admirable, it's important to remember that you can't save the world on your own. You may struggle with feelings of guilt or overwhelm, especially when faced with the world's problems. The lesson here is that you can make a positive impact without sacrificing your own well-being. For example, you might find yourself taking on too much responsibility for others' problems, to the point where you neglect your own needs. The lesson here is that self-care is essential for sustainable service. By setting healthy boundaries and taking time to recharge, you can continue to make a positive impact without burning out. In relationships, you may need to work on balancing your desire to help others with your own emotional needs. While you are deeply compassionate, it's important to create relationships that are based on mutual support rather than one-sided caretaking. People with this karmic number often excel in fields like social work, activism, or non-profit work. Your ability to see the bigger picture and work for the greater good is a powerful gift, but it's important to remember that you are not responsible for fixing everything. By taking care of yourself, you can continue to serve others in a more balanced and sustainable way. How to work with your karmic number. Now that you understand your karmic number and its meaning, how can you apply this knowledge in your life? The key is to actively work with the energies and challenges associated with your karmic number. This means being mindful of the patterns that arise in your life and consciously addressing them. For example, if your karmic number is 2, you might notice a tendency to avoid conflict in order to keep the peace. By becoming aware of this pattern, you can work on expressing your needs more openly and honestly without sacrificing harmony. Similarly, if your karmic number is 5, acknowledging your desire for freedom can help you find ways to balance adventure with responsibility. Meditation and self-reflection are powerful tools for working with your karmic number. By taking time each day to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you can gain deeper insight into the lessons you are here to learn. Through mindful awareness, you can begin to shift old patterns and create new, more empowering ways of being. It's important to remember that karma is not set in stone. In Buddhist philosophy, karma is something that can be transformed through conscious effort. By working with your karmic number, you have the power to change your destiny and create a more fulfilling, balanced life. Your karmic number is more than just a number. It's a guide to your soul's mission. By understanding the spiritual lessons and challenges associated with your karmic number, you can navigate your life with greater clarity, purpose, and mindfulness. Now that you've learned how to calculate your karmic number and explored its meaning, what resonates with you? How do the lessons of your karmic number reflect your life's experiences and challenges? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video.